And what's something I can call you? Can't see from here.
Water. Distilled water.
Water. I'll just call you Water. Perfect. Okay, perfect. How's it going, YouTube? Make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up. If you have not already, repost the live, share the live, do all the wonderful things. If you're over on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, like I said. And once you hit that subscribe, make sure that you click on the notifications and select all, because we're live every single day. And yeah, we have Water over here on the line. He's saying he supports Trump because he wants to make America great. So take it away. How has he made America great within the last year and a half?
Well, we got rid of a lot of illegals. We're cleaning up our country. DC is going to be the safest city, from going from the fourth worst city in the country to about the safest city in the country in the matter of a year. So yeah, a lot of good things.
Sure. You said illegals, quote unquote, clean the country, and then you mentioned DC. Let's start with DC because, quote unquote, illegals, I'd like to, form into like a sentence because they are people, so you can call them illegal immigrants. But let's see, cleaning up the country in DC. So how has he cleaned up the country in reference to DC?
Well, he's doing a lot of improvements to DC. He's got the fountains running. He's got the wade pools running.
Does that make DC safer though? Because we're talking about crime and making
they were the
safer.
fourth worst city in the country a year ago for violent crime. Where do you think they are today? Probably
so violent crime across DC and across the country has been on a decline since 2023. That's a fact. According to statistics from the FBI, violent crime and crime in general has been decreasing since 2023. So what we're seeing is just trends continuing throughout the last 3 years.
Oh, so criminals aren't as active as they should be. So what do you what do you point that to? Is it the criminals are getting smarter, or law enforcement is getting better? Are criminals like, no, we're good. We're not going to riot and loot today. We're not going to go bang on the Swatch store and try to steal the APs. And we're not going to chimp out at graduations. We're not going to chimp out at, restaurants. Did they just think all that, or was it actually the presence of real police?
Sure. Yeah, we can talk about why crime has been on a decline, but first, can we acknowledge that it has been on a decline since 2023?
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, FBI data reports. And then you're referencing DC, so let's talk about DC in specific. So I can agree with you that, yes, the National Guard was sent to DC, and that might have decreased crime. But I think that's going to be an infringement, well, not specifically to DC, but when we're sending the National Guard without the governor's consent or permission or request, that's an infringement on the 10th Amendment as deemed by the Supreme Court. So
have you seen the mayor of DC?
Right, DC is a little different because the president does have some power over DC, so he
no, he
doesn't. The National Guard there. Yes, he does. What? Yes, the president can send
Bowser has
to DC.
100% control.
What? Hold on. We're talking about Washington D.C. That the president can.
Muriel Bowser has 100% control for her city.
I'm not saying the mayor doesn't have control over her city. Yes, she has control. But the president doesn't need any authorization to send the National Guard to DC. In terms of in reference to other states, you need the governor's consent or request to send the National Guard. Right, so DC is a little different, right? But my thing is here, having every single person in America being followed around with a drone would significantly decrease crime. Should we make everyone be followed by a drone?
No.
Right, so just because something decreases crime rate, there's also going to be constitutional rights and privacy.
Is that why black people don't want Crime Spotter in their neighborhoods?
Black people are significantly less to commit any sort of crime compared to white people.
I doubt that, dude.
Yeah. Are you going to be referencing 13% of the population commits 50% of the crime? Do you uphold those statistics?
I can show you every video I saw this weekend of black people committing crimes.
I can show you every video of a white person today.
All right, tell me one video this weekend of a white person committing a crime that went viral.
That went viral?
Yeah, dude, like on X.
When I'm on X, I don't see like videos of I don't see people committing crime and to like focus on their race. What?
You don't?
Not really on
Why
X,
not?
No.
Because you got a mushroom head.
I don't want to watch people. I don't want to watch people
dude.
I don't want to watch people like commit crimes. That's not just like what I want.
Okay.
To watch. But
does your black boyfriend tell you that?
I don't have a boyfriend. A and B. What the fuck does the race matter if I did have a boyfriend? We're taking a look at statistics. Do you really believe that 13% of the population commits 50% of the crime? Yes or no?
Yeah.
It's gonna be false.
Dude, I live in a town with 22% black people. You pull up the arrest records, and it's like 90% black people getting arrested.
What are the exoneration rates?
What do you mean? What are the exoneration? We're a normal town, dude.
According to the federal level, 58 to 60% of black people are exonerated. Okay, so though 13% of the population commits 50% of the crime, that doesn't account for exoneration rates. Do you know what exonerations are?
Yeah.
Cool. So then that percentage doesn't account for exoneration rates. So that's why that's a racist dog whistle.
Oh, that's a dog whistle. Thank you, dude. Good buzzword for the day.
You have failed to prove me wrong.
The haircut failed to prove you wrong.
Is that you crashing out and just like conceding?
No, dude. Were you in line for an AP swatch this weekend, and along with your other mushrooms and niggers?
Sure. Sorry you guys had to hear that. Make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up if you haven't already on YouTube. Make sure to hit that subscribe. As soon as you hit that subscribe, click on the bell so you can get notified whenever I go live. Sorry, 1 second. Slur and run, absolutely. How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about you just completely lying right there, saying that 13% of the population does not commit 50% of the gets arrested 50% of the unalivings. So I wanted to give you the source. So the FBI
I never disputed those. Hold on, I never disputed those.
You just said it wasn't true.
Yes, the reason why 13% of the population does not commit 50% of the crime is because those statistics don't account for exoneration rates. Yes, 13% of the population may get arrested, like 50% in terms of arrest rates, but those statistics do not count for exoneration rates. The FBI
why do you think they make up 50% of the arrests?
Okay, why do you think they make up? Because they're people of color, and racist people like you decide to profile people. We can take a look at the Veil of Darkness theory. The Veil of Darkness theory, which has over 90 million people. Yes, over 90 million people across the country in 36 different municipals determined that the Veil of Darkness theory done by Stanford did determine and did have an account for racism in terms of police officers. That 13% of the population commits 50% of the crime does not account for exoneration rates. 58 to 60% of black people are exonerated. Okay, so until you find me a statistic that accounts for exoneration rates, I would like you to not spread any racist dog whistle.
It's not crime, actually. It's specifically unaliving. So it says of adults arrested for unaliving, 51% were black. Why do you think that is?
How many of them were exonerated? Go ahead.
Doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say because you're fucking one.
Why do you think they were arrested?
You are so close-minded. You literally don't account for exoneration rates within your own statistics. That is so disingenuous of you that you won't count for the people who are exonerated. That's like me saying, oh, let's say white straight cis men were targeted, right? And 90% of them were arrested. But then like 78% of them were exonerated. Me saying that 90% of them commit violent crime would be disingenuous of me because I know that 78% of them get exonerated and don't commit the crime. Okay, so you saying 13% of the population commits 50% of the crime and not accounting for exoneration rates, as you just said, I don't know the exoneration rates, is disingenuous. You're closed-minded, and we're not going to talk about any racist dog whistle on this live stream because you don't have the statistics on your side. So if you want to talk about any of these topics, address those, not the racist dog whistle. Put your racism aside, buddy.
So I'm Mexican. I'm not racist at all. And actually, you're talking about the exoneration rate for other crimes, not murder. So if you were to look at the exoneration rate for murder, it's not 70% whatsoever. So the exoneration rate is high for other crimes like drugs, but not specifically for murder.
It was a hypothetical
and we can actually thank people like Donald Trump for signing the First Step Act, for lowering the sentencing for African Americans after signing the First Step Act. So, I mean, if you want to be like thankful that they're exonerated or they're lowering their sentences, you can thank Donald Trump for that. But it's absolutely not true. It is not true that they have a 70% exoneration for murder.
60? No, I never said 70. I said 58 to 60. I said 58 to 60.
70.
No, this is why you need to
still not 58.
This is why you need to turn on your listening ears. I said 78% in the hypothetical. I said, let's say white, straight, cisgender men were targeted in a hypothetical society, and let's say 90% of them were arrested, right? And I said 90% of them commit violent crime, but I know well in this hypothetical that 78% of them are exonerated, then that would be disingenuous of me to say 98% of white straight cis male commit violent crime if I know 78% of them are exonerated. That was the hypothetical. I wasn't saying 78% of black people are exonerated. It's roughly 58 to 60% of black people that are exonerated. So stop with your racism. Stop with the roaches for Wade. Okay, you're not, just because you sit at the white person's table doesn't make you one of them. They don't like you. Donald Trump thinks that you're the venom from within. Donald Trump literally thinks you're a cockroach. He would deport you. You walk out in the middle of the street, if you're not white presenting, you would get absolutely racially profiled. They don't like you, buddy.
Why did Trump sign the Hispanic Prosperity Initiative?
Just because you vote with them doesn't make you part of them.
Than Obama and Biden. So Trump deported
Donald
less people than Obama and
Donald
Biden.
Trump has actually deported
and Trump
more,
signed the Hispanic Prosperity Initiative. Why would he
that's
do
a
that?
false claim that you made. Obama deported more violent criminals.
Why would he do? Why would he
you
sign
made
the
a claim?
Hispanic
You want to talk about your
Initiative?
claim? You made the claim that Donald Trump deported.
Why would he sign the Hispanic Prosperity Initiative?
Hold on. You made a claim that Donald Trump deported less undocumented immigrants.
Of course.
Yes, he did deport less undocumented immigrants, but more violent criminals were deported under Obama,
What's the
and
percentage?
less innocent people were deported under Donald Trump.
What's the percentage of criminals deported by Obama?
According to DHS, only 5 to 7% of detainees on the fiscal year of 2025 have been a violent criminal. Way less compared to Obama.
That's not for Trump.
That's according to DHS. Are you denying what DHS says? Yes, in the fiscal year of 2025,
really?
According to DHS, only 5 to 7% of them have had a violent criminal record. Yes.
Okay, let's take a look. DHS, Homeland Security, DHS.gov.
Yes.
Right. Let's scroll down. Let's see what it says.
Yeah, absolutely.
70% of ICE arrests are of criminal illegal aliens charged
with.
What do
they define as criminal? I said violent criminal. Hold on, I said violent criminal.
70%.
I said violent criminal. You're being disingenuous.
70%.
Every single undocumented immigrant is a criminal.
Criminal illegal aliens charged.
Every single undocumented immigrant is a criminal because they violate the law when they come into this country.
It's actually a civil matter.
Just as they're still violating the law, and they could classify that as a crime. I said violent crime. So how much percent of them in 2025 were violent criminals? How many were violent? Go ahead, give me that statistic. Oh wait, you don't know because you're a fucking.
We can look it up,
dumbass.
but I think it doesn't matter when 70% of them are criminals.
Now it doesn't matter. Now it doesn't matter. You
when
tried
70% are criminals.
You tried. I never said that criminals in general. I said violent.
You're cherry picking statistics. You're cherry picking statistics that are low.
I don't care. I don't care if someone like
you cherry pick statistics.
I don't care if someone gets a speeding ticket. They shouldn't get deported for that. I don't care if someone like steals out of a grocery store like for food. I don't care if they do that. They shouldn't be deported for that.
A speeding citation is not a crime.
This guy just won't shut the fuck up.
Speeding citation is not a crime.
What percentage of the fiscal year of 2025 are violent criminals?
You know about crime.
Yeah, go ahead. How much percentage of violent criminals?
A speeding citation is not a fucking crime, you moron.
Hold on. Are you violating the law? A speeding
citation is not a crime.
Are you violating? Are you violating the law?
You don't know the first fucking thing about the law.
Are you violating the law when you're like going over the speed limit? Yes or no?
No, that is a fucking you are violating.
You don't violate the law whenever you go past this.
No, it's a traffic citation. That's a traffic infraction. You're not committing a crime.
Is the law not
to like? You think it's a crime to speed?
Hold on. Is it the law?
It's a crime to speed.
Is it the law to put on your seatbelt?
Yes or no?
Is it the law to wear your seatbelt?
Is it a crime to not wear it?
No. Is it the law to wear your seatbelt? Hold on. Is it the law to wear your seatbelt? Answer yes or no. Is it the law to wear your seatbelt?
Yeah, but it's not a crime to not wear it.
So if you violate the law, aka not wearing your seatbelt, that is considered violating the law.
You think it's a crime?
So we don't know what DHS counts as a crime. They could mean just violating the law. Okay, we don't know what DHS is classifying as crime. So when I referenced my actual statistics, that's why I said violent crime. That's why I clarified. That's not me cherry picking. That's me being explicitly clear with the statistics that I provided. And you have failed to oh yeah, Google AI. Sure, buddy.
Because you're fucking ignorant. AI. In most places, wearing a seat.
This guy just slurred.
Crime.
Did you just slur?
Fucking idiot. You don't know what a crime is. You don't know what a crime is. Holy shit, you are so ignorant. This is why you're a child. Your frontal lobe hasn't developed. You don't know that a traffic infraction is not a fucking crime.
Hold on.
Are you that ignorant?
A crime is any act or omission forbidden by the law that violates public rights and is punishable by the government. Okay? A crime is any act forbidden by the law. So if wearing your seatbelt, if that is the law,
a standard traffic infraction,
and it is forbidden to not wear your seatbelt in accordance with the law, then that is a crime. But you did say the slur, and Windows just confirmed it to me. You said the N slur. You are a disgusting, deplorable person. You came on here and spreaded your racist propaganda. with your 1350, and then you proceeded to twist my words with my quote unquote violent crime, and then you proceeded to say any crime. But DHS doesn't determine what is a violent crime and what is not, or what is a crime and what is a crime, or what is not a crime. So we don't know what they're using, right? So when I said a violent crime, that is right. Anyone can fact check me. According to DHS, only 5 to 7% of detainees in the fiscal year of 2025 have been violent criminals. What's it going? How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
Yo, what up, man? So like, all right, so like,
How old are you?
what do you want to talk about? I'm not for anything.
I'm any of these topics.
I bet. Are the why men are better at leading women?
What's your argument?
Like, honestly, we never seen like, or personally, okay, I had never seen well, actually, no, that's a lie, because I have. Well, I don't know, man.
You want me to give you like a quick like minute to think of an argument, and while I grift and just tell people to subscribe?
Yeah, sure.
That for you. Sure. And I just want to tell the chat. Listen, I know that was a crash out. When people are gonna spread like racist propaganda, I'm gonna crash out. People should be humiliated for doing that. So I'm not gonna act like this with this guest if he isn't crazy and isn't racist. Okay, I'm gonna show the same respect that they show me. Racism is disrespectful. It's harmful. So I'm not gonna show them respect. This guy seems like a tolerable guy, so I'm going to show him the respect. I'm not going to scream or talk over him. He's obviously thinking of an argument. If you're over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. There's a poll on the YouTube. Check out the link tree in the description of the video, and over here on TikTok, try to get the 10.5 thousand likes. Anyways, go ahead. Why do you think men are better at leading than women?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that back. Like, I don't. I think women can lead, but like, so like personally, I am a leftist libertarian, but I do believe there's some things that Trump is doing that like is good. So like,
I can agree that he has done some good things.
Yeah,
i.e. his first term, the vaccine, there's no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, some parts of the big beautiful bill, but overall I think he's overall harmful.
And I 100% agree. Like, I think I think ICE is a good thing on paper, like, but our system that we had it to where like to be like documented into the US is a terrible system, and it's incredibly hard to do.
Yes, I agree with you. I think ICE. We should abolish it, like you said, on paper. Sure. I think we should maybe reform it. I would concede and like just have them go after violent criminals if we want to keep ICE. And I think we should offer mass amnesty and then fix the system, like you said. I think we agree. I guess the last topic is: do you think being gay is wrong?
No, I think that like, okay, so like even like I'm a Christian, and I even think like it's dumb like to hate people for being gay. Like, bro, if you want to love somebody, just love somebody, bro.
Well, listen, man, you are based. You are absolutely based. I am looking for debates because I just started the stream. So I'm going to move on to the next, but you're based. You take care.
Oh, yeah, man. Have a good one.
You as well. See, I can be respectful. See if Magasaurus has a debate. How's it going, man? What do you want to talk about?
The difference between a traffic citation and a crime. I need to educate you on that because you're a little bit ignorant, and you had to lie about me slurring to run like a little bitch.
Can you apologize to
You're
for
a baby
slurring?
back bitch.
Can you apologize?
Yeah, I'll apologize for slurring if you can play the clip of me slurring. Go ahead, upload it, please. Expose me. I will literally put my face on the screen so you can expose me saying the slur if it's true. Because you know it's not true. You know you had to lie to run like a little baby back bitch because you were getting shit on.
Maybe,
yeah, play the clip.
Maybe I heard wrong. But let's see. We'll just go back. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll pay you a galaxy if you upload a clip of me saying the N-word.
I don't have to upload. I can just show it now.
Go ahead.
So wearing your seatbelt, if that is the law, a standard traffic infraction, and it is forbidden to not wear your seatbelt in accordance with the law, then that is a crime. But you did say the slur, and Windows just... Okay, it was a little...
You don't know that a traffic infraction is not a fucking crime.
Hold on.
Are you not ignorant?
A crime is any act or omission.
Said ignorant.
A crime is any act or omission forbidden by the law that violates public rights.
You guys want to be victims so bad and have a reason to run.
So if wearing your seat... Sure, you said ignorant. That's my bad. I apologize. I misheard.
No, good boy.
Over you.
So anyways, traffic infraction different to a crime. Wearing a seatbelt is not wearing your seatbelt is not a crime. Speeding is not a crime. It can become criminal when it becomes a crime.
Can you define crime? Can you define a crime?
Yeah, you defined it earlier, right?
Yeah. So a crime is any act
a traffic
infraction by the law,
a crime,
right?
yes or no?
Not wearing your seatbelt in accordance with the definition is a crime.
No, a standard traffic infraction is a civil violation.
You agreed with the definition.
Not a criminal offense.
Did you agree with the definition of crime? Yes or no? Do you agree with that, or do
Traffic
you
inf-
dispute my
Yes,
definition?
yes. A traffic infraction does not
So if
fall
you-
under
Hold on.
a traffic
Hey.
infraction does not fall under the definition of a crime.
A crime
I
is any
agree with
act
the
or
definition of
omission
a crime.
forbidden by the law.
A
right?
traffic infraction, yeah. The
So
traffic infraction
if you
does not
do
fall under
something
that.
that is forbidden by the law in accordance with the definition you agreed with, it is a crime.
Do you think traffic rules are law?
Do you think they're not law?
So you think that violating traffic code is a law?
Do you
Is
think it's
breaking the
do you-
law?
Do you
Why do you
think
think
like
it's called traffic code
do you
and
think
not
like
traffic
it's not
law?
Yo,
So it's a civil violation. I'm sorry, I get you're 17,
Oh
you're
my
starting to
fucking God,
drive,
I'm not
but you
17.
should know this. You're 17 years old, your frontal lobe hasn't developed. I get it, right?
yeah, I'm not 17.
But you should
buddy.
know this. A traffic infraction is a civil violation, just like
But
becoming,
in accordance with the definition.
just like coming into the country illegally, right?
In accordance with the definition, it is a crime. Just
Dude,
like coming into the country.
No, it doesn't
they're
fall under
violating the law.
traffic infraction, not a crime. It's a minor violation, such as
It's
speeding
a
between 5 to
violation
10
of
miles
what?
per hour
Minor violation of what?
of traffic code.
Yeah. So are you saying that
traffic
are you
code.
saying that it's not a law?
It's traffic code.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. This is gonna probably sound
You see,
stupid.
there are criminal traffic
maybe like you said, my frontal lobe hasn't developed. I have a question for you. I have a question for you.
DUI is a crime.
I have a question for you. Whenever I see
Serious violations are a crime.
Whenever
Do you get it now?
whenever I drive and maybe my frontal lobe
Are you
hasn't
saying I'm
developed.
wrong?
I just have a question for you. My frontal lobe hasn't developed. So let me ask you a question. Whenever I'm driving around, with my, according to you, not frontal developed lobe, and I'm driving around, and I see this sign, and I guess I can barely read the sign, but I'm pretty sure this sign says, and I quote, "Wear your seatbelt. It's the law." End quote. Right? That's posted by the city itself. Right? The city of Phoenix, where I live in. Maybe like my frontal lobe hasn't developed. But when they're referring to like wear the seatbelt, it's the law. What are they referring to? You're obviously way smarter than me, dude. You are way smarter than me. So
I am
when they're
explaining to
referring
you.
to like wear the seatbelt, it's the law. What are they referring to? Because like I'm just too dumb. I don't understand.
They're referring to an actual law that was passed called Click It or Ticket, where you will actually get a fine for violating this law. But there were differences between traffic law and traffic code.
So when I ask you
there
that
are
is wearing
criminal
your
traffic
seatbelt,
offenses.
when I
You
ask
want
you
me
is
to
wearing when I
educate
ask
you?
you
Can I
is wearing the
educate you?
seatbelt, when I ask you is wearing the
Can I
seatbelt, is that a
educate
crime?
you? So there's
You
traffic
can now concede.
infraction.
Is that a crime? Is that a
Here,
crime in accordance with the definition
I'll
of crime?
explain
Can
it
you
very
concede?
basic. Ready? Traffic
Yes.
infractions is violating traffic code. Criminal traffic offenses
Did I
is
dispute
violating
that?
law.
So hold on.
Do you get it?
Earlier you said
You don't
that,
get it, do you?
Or earlier you said that wearing a seatbelt is not a crime. You just said that
No, it's a
it
traffic
violates the law.
infraction.
But so why
It's a
do they
traffic
say that it
infraction
violates the law?
because it's violating traffic code.
So then
but
why
in
do they say
certain
law?
states-
They say it's the law.
in certain
Hold on,
states
say
they
it's the
have
law.
passed the law. In certain states they have passed laws, just like there's laws for DUI. For criminal traffic offenses, they have made it criminal to not wear a seatbelt in certain states. But traffic infractions, like say I rolled through a stop sign. Did I break a fucking law? Did I commit a crime?
It's actually the law in all.
Yeah, what crime did I commit if I rolled through a
hold
stop
on.
sign?
It's the law in every single state besides
Answer
one.
the question.
It's the law to wear a seatbelt in every single state except for one. It is the law.
It's a traffic code. So can you
No,
answer
it
the
is the law.
question?
Hold on. You just admitted
What
that
crime
the sign
am I
that says
committing?
hold on. You're so dumb. You just admitted that the sign that says wear your seatbelt is the law.
What crime
That,
am I
that would
committing
be
if I
violating.
rolled
That
through a
would be
stop sign?
violating the law, which would be a crime in accordance with the
What
definition.
law am I?
That is in 49 out of the 50 states, except for New Hampshire. Okay, so in 49 out of the 50 states, in 49 of the, Google, I'm looking at a source which is
You're
going to
Googling in
be
3
which is
seconds
going to
and
be
answering
overstock
to reply to
vehicles.
something. You want to reply something, so that's what you replied.
And where
So
are you?
regardless,
Hold
right?
on, where are you? Where are
So
you? You're not
regardless,
on
right?
Google. You're on Google AI.
To show you,
You
because
are
I already
on
knew
Google
this. Thing is, you
AI.
didn't know where you
on
were.
Google AI.
I mean,
You brought up the statistics about the 1350. You use Google AI for that, by the way. And then we started
your
debating
strat?
on what's
It's
a
just
crime and what's
yelling?
not a crime. And then for those, you brought up Google AI. Are we serious?
Is your
First off,
strat just
AI is not a
yelling?
source. First off, AI is not a source. My source is overstock vehicles, and it's gonna be determining that 49 out of our 50 states does have that law.
Overstock
49
vehicles?
49 out of our 50 overstock vehicles, and 49 out of our 50 states, it is the law to wear your seatbelts. Okay, so you're stupid for denying that, and it would be a crime in accordance with the definition of crime. Now, are we saying that the definition of crime is used in in a court? Are we saying that the word crime is used in in a court? Maybe not, but it's colloquially known as a crime. Okay, so when we determine what DHS is using as a crime in the 1350 or in the ICE statistics, we have to look at what they're classifying as a crime. A crime is a violation of the law. Are they saying any violation of the law is a crime? Is that what they're determining to be a crime? Or are they saying violent crime? That's why I explicitly said 5 to 7% of detainees in 2025 were violent criminals. Way less than Obama.
Sure,
and
pull
Biden.
up the source
So,
for that.
Yes, DHS. You look at DHS.
Yeah, pull it up.
DHS. That is my source.
Pull it up.
Do you want
Pull
me
it
to
up.
the title?
The issue is you said that someone speeding would then be considered a criminal.
If
That
they
is not
violate the
true.
law, then it's
That is
a crime.
not, again, they would not be considered a criminal if they did a traffic infraction. That is a civil fucking matter. You're confusing criminal traffic offenses.
But you can agree that,
like
you can agree that in
DUI,
49 of the 50
reckless
states,
driving, hit
not
and
wearing your
run,
seatbelts is a crime.
those
right?
are a
Can you
crime.
agree with
If
that?
they commit these, they're criminals. Yes.
Can you agree? Can you agree
Rolling
that,
a stop sign is not a crime.
Can you agree? You're using Google AI. You're not even providing a source. Provide me a source, buddy. Provide me a source. Go ahead. Google AI. You literally hold on. The thing about this, you've used AI the entire debate, but the moment I Google search something, give you a source that isn't Google AI, you're like, he's using AI when you're the one using AI. So how about we actually debate on the topic? These topics. We're not. You already conceded that yes, not wearing a seatbelt is a crime in accordance with the definition of crime.
Pulled it up so you can hear from someone else other than me.
Sure. So
Do this. You
according,
didn't.
sure. So you wanted my source, right?
Read this.
Did you want my source? Yes or no?
Sure, show me it.
I got you.
Here's my source.
I
Since you
got
said
you.
I'm using AI, here's just the fucking.
You literally.
source.
Was I
How
lying
does a
when you were
criminal
using AI?
traffic
Were you lying?
violation
Were you
differ
lying?
from a
Were you
traffic
lying?
infraction? I
Well,
think
hold
you
on.
need to read this.
Was I lying when you said you were using?
I think you
Google
need to
AI?
read this.
Yeah. So my source is going to be the Cato Institute.
Oh, so it's
5%
not
of people,
DHS. Perfect.
They're citing
So
DHS.
it's not DHS.
Hold on. They are literally citing DHS. The Cato Institute are citing DHS. 5% of people that have been detained by ICE have been violent criminals. Okay, 5% of them, and that is citing DHS. The source. They're citing ICE. The table that they are citing.
Let's look at
the
it.
source. Hold on. The source. ICE. Immigration Customs Enforcement. Look at the graph. The graph is being cited by ICE.
This graph right here, right?
Yes. Look at
Yeah.
at where the source
What
is
does it
from.
say
Look
right
at the
here?
source.
What
Look
does
at
it
the
say right
source.
here?
Look at
What
the
does it
source.
say? What does
Can
it
you
say?
look at this? Where is it
What
sorted
does
by?
it say with the
Who is it sorted
sources?
by? First off, who is it? Who is
Why
it?
does it say leaked
cited by?
ICE data?
Who is it cited by?
Why does it say leaked ICE
Yeah,
data?
who is it cited by?
Apparently leaked ICE data.
No, hold on. You're being disingenuous. It says source.
No, it says
immigration.
right here.
So you're denying that it's from ICE? Are you denying that?
Click it. Open it.
Are you denying that it's from ICE? Are you
According-
really denying that
according
it's
to
from
the-
ICE?
Yes,
Are
because
you
according to
really
the Cato
denying that it's
Institute,
from ICE? Source.
it's leaked
Immigration.
unofficial data.
Immigration Customs
admit it's-
Enforcement. Immigration Customs Enforcement. ICE.
Click it.
Why are you
Click
just
it.
denying reality?
Click it.
Reality.
Click that link.
Can you accept that it is
Click the
coming from
link and
ICE?
see where it takes you.
Can you accept that it is coming
Click the
from ICE?
link.
Yeah.
It's
Are
not.
you gonna keep denying reality?
Is it
buddy?
official data?
This is coming from ICE. Yes.
Is it official data?
Yes. You click on the link. It gives you the
Is it
data.
official
yes.
release
Yes,
data?
from ICE? Yes.
Click it.
It's
Show
official
us.
data from ICE.
It's official, not leaked.
Yes. No, it's not leaked, buddy.
Not leaked. Where does it say leaked? Right underneath it.
Yeah, the source is
Leaked
from
ICE data.
The source is from ICE, and I'm actually
I thought
looking
your
at it
source
here.
was DHS, not Cato Institute.
No, it's ICE. They're citing ICE, and I
No,
can
it
actually.
says leaked
I can
ICE
actually
data.
show you. I can actually
The
show you
Cato
what they're.
Institute says
I
they
can
have
actually
leaked.
show you. I can actually
ICE
show you what
data.
they're
Click
citing.
it.
I can actually show you what they're
Click it
citing.
instead of.
This is
yeah,
what they're
click it.
citing. That's
Sure.
what they're citing.
Can you click the link so we can see it open?
I did. This is what I clicked. You dumbass. I clicked this. That is a PDF that came up, buddy. That is the
Oh,
actual
so not
statistics.
DHS.
Yes. That is.
So not
that,
DHS.
The source
Got
is
it.
from ICE.
So
I said
can you
yes.
stop being disingenuous and admit that it's leaked ICE
Can
data?
you, can
'Cause
you
said
stop
it's
being
not.
disingenuous and admit that
Why is
it's
it leaked
coming from
ICE
ICE?
data?
Hold on. Is
It's not
ICE
official
part
data.
of? Is ICE part of the Department of Homeland Security?
It's
yes
not
or
official
no?
data.
Is ICE part of DHS? Yes or no?
Yeah, but
Cool.
this is not
So when I'm
official data.
referencing DHS, I'm
Is it
referencing parts
official
of
data?
DHS. I
Is it
said ICE.
official
Yes,
release
this
data?
is coming from ICE.
Is it official
You cannot
release
deny
data?
information
Is
from
it
ICE.
officially released data?
Yes,
No,
this
it's
is
leaked.
officially
It's leaked
from ICE.
unofficial
Yes,
data.
this is from ICE. Yes.
Why does it say leaked unofficial data?
Yes, this is from ICE, buddy.
Why does it say leaked unofficial data if you said it's
It's
not?
coming from ICE.
but it's leaked
Do
unofficial
you want
data,
to take
right?
a look at the? We can take a look at
Wait,
ice.
but it's leaked unofficial data, right?
How about that? How about we take a look at ice?
Someone said open my sources. Here, I got you. Mine's actual official release data from DHS, not the Cato Institute.
How many are violent criminals? How many are violent criminals?
Not the Cato Institute claiming.
How many are
they
violent
have
criminals then?
leaked
How many are violent criminals?
evidence and
what
leaked
percent in
data?
2025 are violent criminals?
70%.
70% were violent criminals?
We're criminals.
Oh, okay. How many percent were
Why do you
violent criminals?
care what crime they're committing?
Yeah, because my claim was 5 to 7% were violent
Yeah,
criminals.
but you couldn't
We're
source
determining
that.
violent crime. I did.
You
Cato
didn't
Institute.
source that. You couldn't source that.
They
You
cite
couldn't
ICE.
source
Yes, they
that.
did.
It's
They said
actually
it ICE.
leaked unofficial data.
They said it ICE, buddy.
Yeah, they said leaked.
So how about you disprove my source and prove the
I
statistics
did.
wrong? Prove
I
no,
did.
that
It says
doesn't disprove the
unofficial data.
statistics.
Are
That
your
doesn't disprove the
statistics
statistics.
official?
Yes, they are coming from ICE. They are citing ICE. Yes. Just doubling down on it.
Why
is
don't
crazy.
you want to admit that it's leaked unofficial data? Why don't you want to admit that?
Because it's
can't concede?
it's coming from ICE. Are you denying that it's coming from ICE?
coming from ICE because it's leaked data.
Yeah,
that
are
only
you
Cato
hold on.
Institute has.
Hold on. Did you just concede that
You're
it's coming
that
from ICE?
gullible. This is how
Did you concede that it's coming
how
from
they
ICE?
get you.
Did you just concede
guys-
that they're coming from ICE? You just
You guys
conceded.
don't read it.
You just conceded, buddy. Holy concession.
you guys don't read it.
Holy concession. You're still.
That's how they get you
just
guys.
conceded.
You guys get tricked into believing unofficial data.
It's not unofficial. It's coming from ICE.
It's what? So leaked is official?
It is coming from ICE. They are sourcing
It's not
ICE.
official, is it? It's leaked.
They are sourcing ICE.
Is it leaked?
This is ICE bookings into custody. Hold on. How about
Holy
I
shit,
just,
guys! You guys are watching this guy bend into
how
a
about I
fucking
just
pretzel
how about
right
I just
now.
disprove? Hold on. How about I
Live
just
on
disprove it?
stream.
How about I just disprove it? Huh?
Bending into a pretzel. Yeah,
Listen,
disprove
man,
that it's leaked.
Listen. What is it? What is
Disprove that it's leaked.
Yeah. What does this say?
Disprove that it's leaked.
Can you read this for me? Read it.
Yeah,
what does
yeah,
it
it's
say?
part of the
What,
leaked
no, what does it say?
unofficial
What does
data.
it
It's
say?
right there.
What does it say? ICE bookings into
Uh-huh.
custody by
Uh-huh.
most serious convictions.
FY
fiscal year.
2026. Now find that on the ICE website.
And then you scroll down.
Now find that on the ICE
and guess
website.
what?
Oh wait, it's not
sorted,
released yet.
It's so
it's
sorted
unofficial data.
by ICE. Hold on, if it's unofficial,
Find it on the ICE website.
It's sourcing.
Find it on the ICE
immigration,
website.
Customs. This is
Find it on the
immigration.
ICE
This
website.
is what
Good
they're
luck.
sourcing.
Good
This
luck.
is what they're. This is what
Find
they're
it on the
sourcing.
ICE
This is what they're
website. It's
sourcing.
unofficial data.
This is what they are sourcing.
Leaked. They're
This is-
claiming
this
they have
is what-
leaked
this is
data.
what are they-
It's
this is what-
unofficial. It's
This
not
is
real.
what are they sourcing?
It's not real.
This is what they're sourcing.
It's not real.
Are you denying that they're sourcing anything?
They're sourcing leaked unofficial data.
From where? Where are they sourcing it from?
They're claiming it's leaked unofficial data from ICE.
So where does it say leaked unofficial? Hold on.
Right
Where-
underneath,
where?
scroll down. Go to the graph that was colored.
I'm there.
No, that's not the colored graph. That's a grayed out
This
graph.
is the one.
Go
oh, that's
back
not-
to the
that's-
colored graph.
Oh, oopsies, wrong one. What the fuck? Is this not the graph?
I don't know, but I'm looking at it right here.
That is the graph. Sorry.
There's the graph. There you
Yeah.
go. Now scroll
It's
down.
the same graph, buddy. What the fuck?
Scroll down.
You're trying to gaslight me? It's the same graph.
Yeah, but you gotta
Where
scroll
does it say
down.
leaked?
To where,
Where does it say leaked real quick?
right
On my
here.
end? No, on my end. Where does it say leaked?
I don't know. That's not my fucking problem.
Oh, it's not.
I
but
can
we're
do
looking
my
at the same
research.
source,
You
right?
can. This is the Cato Institute.
Hold on, we're looking
Right
at the
here,
same
showing
source,
you.
right?
Cato Institute.
where does it say
Are
leaked?
we looking at the same graph?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So right underneath that graph, it says leaked ICE
Where?
data.
Where?
Right here underneath the graph. I'm
No,
showing
right,
you
right
on
here
my camera.
on my screen. Where does it say?
I don't
leaked?
know. Do your research.
The research
You don't
is right
fact
here.
check your shit.
Hold on. Where does it say leaked? Go ahead.
So when you
Hold
saw
on. Hold
this,
on. Hold
right?
on.
Where does it say? Where does it
Hold
say? Source?
on. Hold on. Where does it say leaked?
Right here.
No, on my screen. Can you point it to me?
I don't know. That's not my screen.
I will
That's
be
not
your
my
cursor.
screen, bud.
I will be your cursor. Tell me where it
That's
says
not
leaked.
my screen.
Does it say leaked here?
That's not my screen.
Does it say leaked in the first?
No,
in the
it
first
says
one?
leaked right here.
Okay,
right
so does
underneath
it say
that
leaked
same
in the
graph.
second line? Does
Right
it say
when
leaked
it
in the third
referring
line?
to that graph
Does it
that
say
we're
leaked in the
looking
fourth
at,
line?
right here it
Does it
says
say leaked in the
ICE
fifth one?
data.
Does it
Now
say
you're just
leaked in
want
the
to play
sixth one?
dumb.
In the
Now you're
seventh
just
one?
playing dumb.
In the seventh one? In the eighth
Now
one?
you're just
in the
playing
ninth
dumb.
one? In the 10th one?
Now
No,
you're
it
just
doesn't say
playing
leaked.
dumb.
Where does it say leaked?
Right here.
No, on my screen. Where does it say leaked?
I don't
If
know.
we're
That's
looking
not my
at the
fucking
same
problem,
If
dude.
we're looking at the same, hold
I
on,
can't
can you-
do the research
can
for you, bud.
Can you go to the URL? Go to the
I can,
URL.
yeah.
Good. Let me see the title.
Cato.org. Is that what you're on? Are you on
No, but that's
Cato.org?
not the same source.
Are you on the
dumbass.
Cato Institute?
No, that's not the same source. That is not the
Oh,
same
then
source.
You're on the wrong website then.
No, I'm the one who gave you the source. How can I be
Is
on
this
the
your
wrong
source?
source? Well,
Is this
yes,
your source?
you look at the title,
this
you
your source?
dumbass. Yes.
this your source?
No, you look at the title.
Is this your source?
This is a completely
Is this your
different title.
source?
So
It's
how
the
about
same thing. It's the same
buddy?
source.
Oh my god! I just caught you in the biggest
got
blunder
tricked.
ever. You're on the
Same
wrong
source.
source, trying to claim that is the source that I gave you.
Your source.
Guys,
Show me your graph.
Just to clarify, this is
Show
the
me your
title.
graph.
Go
Show me your
find this
graph.
title. No,
Show me your
go
graph.
find. Hey, dog.
What's their source?
Hey, pig.
What's
Go
their
find this
source?
title. Hey,
What-
dog. Go find this title.
source?
Go fetch. Find this title.
Source.
No, dog. Go find this title.
Play,
I'm gonna
let's
kick
play.
you. You have 10 seconds.
There we go.
Find the title.
Uh-huh.
No, find the exact same title verbatim. You have 10 seconds.
That's my
I will
title.
count that as a concession. I will count
It's
that
the
as you
same source.
running, and I will count that as you losing. You have
The
10
same
seconds.
source.
10,
Lost.
9, 8,
Lost.
7, 6,
The same source.
5, 4, 3,
All you want.
2, 1. That's a concession. That's considered running. You are an absolute pig, and that's what you are, buddy. Wow. Plus, we don't know if he wants to say that my source was the graph. Yes, my source was the graph. But what was the Cato Institute referring to? Was it leaked ICE data? What was leaked? Was it the other graphs that were on that? Was it that explicit graph? What was leaked on that specific source? Because on my source, as everyone saw, the exact graph does not say leaked ICE data. Does not say that. And as we saw, it was a different title. That is a concession on my books. That's what he gets for using Google AI. But he yelled at me for going on Google and researching one thing. But he is the one who's using Google AI and clicked on the wrong source. I'm on your source now. It says leaked. Yeah, okay, buddy. How much do you want to bet? Because I'm looking at it. We all saw leaked. How much? We all saw it. How much do you want to bet? You type an amount on the chat, and I'm gonna let you back up and show me where it says leaked. Show me where it says leaked. On the graph. On the graph. Where does it say leaked? On the explicit graph. Quite frankly, quite disingenuous of you. Moving on to the next, guys. No, I'm not going to waste my time on you. You're racist. How's it going, man? What do you want to talk about? Everyone saw the graph. I can show it again to you. I would show it to you with this one, but everyone saw the graph. How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
Hello?
What's up? What do you want to talk about?
So,
How old
you
are you?
said, why is it wrong to be gay, right?
Sure, how old are you?
I'm 15.
You're going to be 18 or older now.
No,
on TikTok.
don't kick me, no, please!
He did Control F and saw it. No, I didn't do Control F. I did what's called reading. If you don't know what reading is, you use your eyeballs. And if your eyeballs work and you're able to comprehend and your two brain cells are racing for first place, you make them work together and your two brain cells and put those letters together and those symbols, and then you make them words into your brain. And then those words then get translated into something you can understand. I don't actually know what I'm talking about right now. And just for the chat, so the chat can see, I'll show one more time. So the chat can see. I'll show one more time. One more time for the chat. Hold on. Takes me a while to do this. That's my Google Doc. Here we go. This is the graph. By the way, this is my TikTok and this is Google Docs. I'm not using AI, guys. No chat GPT. This is this. This is this. Well, that's that. I was checking. I don't remember on the Cato Institute. That's again, I don't know why I pulled it up multiple times. Graph. Nowhere on here does it say leaked. Just saying. Let's say any of the information that's leaked. How does that disprove it, right? Let's say like leaked. What like just because it's leaked doesn't mean it's not true. I'm not granting that it's leaked because as you guys just saw, it is not leaked per what the graph says. But let's just say that like he was right and I was wrong. I would have conceded that if I saw leaked on my screen. But guess what? What does it matter if it's leaked? It's still data, right? Mexicans con Trump. I know that's you, buddy. You're not coming back up here. You're disingenuous. How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about, is there any proof that Donald J. Trump graped somebody?
Yes.
All right, pull it up.
Sure. I got you. I got you. I got you. There we go. Right there. Mr. Trump sexually abused Miss Carol. Yes.
It says no.
Can you read that for me? What does that say? What does this one say?
Oh, I did not see that one. That's why I was reading the one above it.
Mr. Trump sexually abused Miss Carroll. If you're gonna say why wasn't it rape and why was it sexual assault? Yeah. So in New York at the time when this case took place, rape was classified as a male member forcibly penetrating a female member, right? And that's absolutely absurd. What the jury found him to do was forcibly penetrate E. Jean Carroll's vagina with his fingers. So that was not classified as rape. But colloquially, we understand that is rape. You would agree, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So, in accordance with the colloquial definition of rape, in accordance with civil liability, he was found liable for rape.
Okay, and also, is abortion murder?
Abortion is not murder, no.
And what proof do we have of that?
Murder. What's your definition of murder?
Unaliving somebody with your intentions to.
Okay. Self-defense. You have the intention of unaliving them.
Okay, well, okay. That gets to a whole different thing. But
How about we just like talk about murder and
no.
reference like the unjustified termination of human life?
You obviously read off of Parker. Obviously, there. No, you did.
Read off of Parker? How do I read off of Parker?
Well, you listened off of Parker. But
I've listened to Parker, yes, but I mean that is the most common sense definition of murder.
we can get into that later. But in what way? How is it not murder of unaliving a human?
Because you can't point to any you can't point
Okay,
to
how about this? Is a fetus a human?
fetus a human? What's your definition of human?
Someone with a heartbeat?
With a heartbeat? I mean they gain heartbeats in 6 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the exact weeks on that. Are they of the human species? Yeah, they're considered of the they're of the human.
So therefore, they should have human rights. Am I wrong?
Wrong in accordance with the Constitution, in accordance with the international law as well. In accordance with international law, human rights occur after they are born.
One sec. Someone just said on the.
Address
Okay.
me, not the comments.
Yeah, the
The
comments.
Constitution also says anyone born or naturalized, right? So they have to be born in order to have rights.
Oh crap! Hold up. My mummy's calling me.
Yeah, you're a child, I'm assuming. Wow, I forgot to ask for your age. It's gonna be like the same guy, just obsessed. How's it going? What do you want to talk about? Jared? How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
Your source and how it says leaked right here
Same guy, by the way.
on your source.
Same guy, by the way. It's okay. We can ban all your accounts, buddy. You were claiming that the first source that you had was my source. And you want the chat to believe you that that's my source? When you already have a track record of being disingenuous. Let me recap that guy. Let me recap how disingenuous that guy came up here and said 30% of the population commits 50% of the crime. I asked him, does that account for exoneration rates? He says, I don't know. That's disingenuous. And then we talk about crime and whether or not wearing a seatbelt. He says no. But then in 49 out of 50 states, it is a law to wear a seatbelt. And then he doesn't concede. That's disingenuous. And then when we're talking about my source, I provide my source. I gave him the title. I gave him everything. Then a couple minutes later, we're debating. Pulls up his own source. Claims it's mine. Completely different. Then I look at the graph that is cited by the Cato Institute that is said about ICE. Nowhere on the graph, as chat just said, does not say leaked. Right? A and B. I already said, let's say that everything is leaked. How does that prove it wrong? If he comes back up here, I might have to just do that for the fun of the games. For the games.
It means it's unofficial, you
Relax.
fucking baby bag bitch. Run like a little bitch because you fucking shit on. Admit you were wrong, could you?
Can
Read
you
the
admit
first
that like
paragraph
can
of
you
the
admit
source.
can you
What does it say?
can you admit that like
Read
you
the
used
first
the wrong
paragraph
source?
of your source.
Can you
Read
admit
it out
that you
loud if
claimed
you're
the
not a
wrong
bitch.
source?
Read the
can
first.
you
No,
agree
I
that
just
you
pulled
claimed
up
the wrong
your
source?
source and it says leaked. Read the first paragraph. Show it if you're not a bitch right now. Show the first paragraph of your fucking
Why
source.
do you refer to like
pussy.
men as bitches?
Show the first paragraph of your source.
Yeah, I'll
if
show
you're
the
not a
first
bitch
paragraph
right now. I'll send you a galaxy if I'm
sure.
wrong.
I'll share the first
Yeah,
paragraph.
you said you wanted to bet, right?
I'll share the first
You said
paragraph.
you wanted to bet.
I will share the first
You're
paragraph.
backtracking.
I
No,
will
no,
share
show
the first
paragraph.
If you tell me why you refer to men as bitches.
You are a fucking bitch. You act like
Okay,
a female dog.
Oh, I act like a female dog. Sure. That's your misogynistic.
I'm sure
Misogynistic.
the first paragraph, little bitch.
You know what I can do?
You're gonna run away.
No, I can just ban you. I don't consider that running. I just consider that me like blocking you and banning you. It's pretty fun because I've talked to you so many different times. In fact, there's videos of me debating iMAGA rant on my YouTube stream. That man is the definition of cockroaches for raid. Buddy, I know you're not watching, but just because you sit at the white person's table doesn't make you white. Okay? Doesn't give you the rights that I think it does. Moving on to the next guest. Thank you for the subscriber, Ordinary, over on YouTube. How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
Hey, I'm discussing the support for Trump.
Do you support Trump?
Yes,
Why would you ever do that?
that's why I'm here to talk today.
Where are you from?
Hold on, let me fix my microphone. Give me 1 sec.
He's the only army that said it was leaked.
Okay.
The graph
Can
itself
you hear
says
me?
it's not leaked. Yes, I can. So let's just clarify. When it says leaked, first off, I'll read the paragraph. Give me 1 second, because this is gonna bother me. So
Okay.
what it says leaked. President Donald Trump premised his mass deportations agenda on the idea that he will be quote be returning millions and millions of criminal aliens. The Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, has said repeatedly claimed that they are arresting the quote unquote worst of the worst. New non-public data from Immigration Customs Enforcement that was quote unquote leaked to the Cato Institute reveals a different story. Okay, it says, quote, new non-public data from Immigration Customs Enforcement. This is coming from ICE themselves. Okay, and then we take a look at the actual statistics that they cite. They cite that nearly 3 and 4 have no criminal conviction. They cite that nearly half of them had no criminal conviction nor any pending criminal charges. Only 8% a violent or property criminal conviction, and only 5% have violent criminal convictions, etc., etc. So this is official data from ICE, right? It was not public prior to Cato reporting on this, but it is public now. An analogy: Axios leaked information that Cuba had 300 drones. Okay, that is facts. That is truth. And that is absolutely facts. But it was leaked by someone within the government. Okay? But it doesn't make it unofficial. Doesn't make it that they didn't come from the government. Because the truth is, it did come from the government. It did come from ICE. And that's what I was trying to say. He was denying that it came from ICE. He was denying that it was unofficial. That's false. Okay? It was just not public. And it came from ICE. So I hope that clears things up for you guys. The information itself comes from ICE. So there's that. Anyways, take it away. Why do you support Trump?
So I support Trump because he's against mainly his foreign policies, ideas. I really support the fact that he's against aliens.
Against aliens? What?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, like, aliens exist?
Yes. Trump is against aliens, and I
Well,
full-heartedly
prove aliens
have his support.
exist.
Sorry.
Can you prove aliens have you ever like seen an alien?
Yes.
Really? From where?
They're all over the country.
Like what planet are they coming from?
I don't know what kind of sector, but they're all over. And Senor
Are you
Trump is doing this his hardest.
Are you literally referring to aliens, or are you referring to like illegal aliens? Which ones?
There's a hard question because if they're illegal, they're not supposed to be from here.
So you are referring to undocumented immigrants. Tell me, let me ask you a quick favor. Let me ask you a quick favor. You obviously are referring to undocumented immigrants. I don't mind you calling them illegal. I don't mind you referring to them as quote unquote illegal, but add something after that. Illegal immigrants. Okay, so refer to them as illegal immigrants. They're humans, right? They're humans.
No. I'm not referring to that, my friend. I'm referring to the alien
Like
big
UFOs?
eye. Yes, senor.
What the fuck? Aliens don't exist. Prove they do.
Trump is trying his best to get them out, and you're
Can you
really
prove that
against them
aliens
for
exist?
what? There's pictures on the government website, my friend.
There's no pictures of aliens on the government website. Do you think the Earth is flat?
No,
Did we fake the moon landing?
possibly.
What's the evidence that we faked the moon landing? What leads you to believe that we might have faked it?
Well, nigga, why can't we talk about the aliens?
I'm not talking about aliens. With someone who slurs. In that time, I was not hearing things. What's up? What do you
Hello?
want to talk about?
I
How old
want
are
to
you?
talk about. Oh, I'm 19. I want to
You're not
talk
19, buddy. When's your birthday?
2006, December 5th.
What are your pronouns?
She, her.
Okay, sure. 2005. Sure. Take it away. Why do you support
No,
Trump?
2006.
Oh, 2006.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. What do you want to talk about?
Like, I mean, why don't you support Trump?
He's selfish.
He's what? Sorry, you glitched.
Selfish.
Selfish?
Yes. Would you like me to expand on that? Okay, left. Pretty sure they said 2005 too. And I heard that door closing.
Yo, Jeremiah, I'm a big fan, bro.
What's up? Do you want to debate on anything?
Nah, I just want to say I appreciate the cut and I appreciate what you doing, bro.
Well, I appreciate you, Mike. You take care. Have a wonderful night. W's in the chat. That's why I repeated 2005 chat. Okay, the first time I did hear him wrong. I was over talking to him. I did hear a slur. That was my bad. That last time I didn't. I didn't hear it wrong. This time I know they said 2005. I'm not tripping. Okay, I might not have the best hearing, but it's still there. Over on YouTube, make sure to vote in the poll. Hit that subscribe as well. Should I restart?
Te di otra vez carriando.
Pierde el control del balón.
Hold on, chat. Chat. Real quick. I think we just hit 2,500 followers. I could be mistaken. I think we just hit 2,500. Hold on. We did. 2,500. Wow. That is a big number. 2,500 of you guys liked me. Liked me enough to follow me. Incredible. There's like 400 on Instagram as well, 300 on YouTube, 20 on Facebook. Keep in mind, Facebook, I didn't know that I was supposed to go in creator mode. That's my bad, Facebook. And then Threads. A little bit. W's in the chat for the 2,500 followers over on YouTube and TikTok chat. Anyways, y'all, I was just trying to load up in. I'm actually starving. I'll do another hour, 2 hours in total. Eat and then go live for another 2 hours. That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you, Sleepy. Anyways, as we're starting to load up in, you're seeing this on your For You page. You support Trump. You think men are better than women, or you think it's wrong to be gay. Join up in the guest box. I would love to talk to you. Love to have a debate with you. I'd love to have a conversation with you. I do want to debate abortion maybe one time today. Like I said, I typically don't debate abortion because I'm a man, but I'm in the mood for abortion debates. I haven't heard an abortion debate in a long time. Mainly like the financial aspects of it or like religion aspects of it. Oh yes. I saw that comment section earlier, but I think it was in a debate. That's why I didn't answer it. That's my bad. I can't see from here, so I'm gonna have to pull it up in the chat. I know it says like, what do you think about Trump spending like $1 billion of our taxpayer dollars to pay for his January 6ers and all those? Very bad. Where is democracy? Yeah. Oh, ballroom. Sorry, not January 6th. Ballroom. Very bad. Very bad. Think about this. Conspiracy theories. He's been talking about staying another term. Right? Obviously, if he builds a ballroom, he's only going to be able to use it for what? About a year, maybe max. That's my only theory. Thank you, Izzy. W's in the chat on YouTube and TikTok for Izzy for the amazing love and support. The only theory is that I have, he might want to like cancel elections. Not to fearmonger or anything, but we did see that happen in January 6th. I thought you were referencing the more than $1 billion that he wants to pay to his allies, which is also very bad. But W's in the chat for Izzy. At this point, when he says he's using private funding, he doesn't. Yeah. $1 billion, that could have gone to better education, healthcare. I'm aware $1 billion is not enough for none of that, but improving it. What's up?
All I gotta say, fuck show, nigga.
Okay. Sorry you guys had to hear that. I'm starving. Should I just order food? Bingo. Jemice doesn't pay his mods enough peanuts. I don't even know how we decided to come up with peanuts. I genuinely don't know. I think it was Windows who came up with peanuts. I think it was Windows and Bumblebees. I just know that I pay my mods every single week. Okay, I pay every single one of my mods. Easy, you're not a mod. Oopsies. I thought you were a mod. Let me fix that. I don't know why you're not a mod. Let me fix that real quick. We can do. I don't know why I'm not following you back. What? Am I following my mod back? Hold on. Am I following GC? Yes, I. Oh, yes, I am. Who's else is my mod? Okay, that's the only mod I have. Add moderator. There you go. I can only add 30 moderators. To add a new one, remove current ones? Fuck off. Fuck. We're gonna have to, like, take someone's mod powers away.
You can take my mod powers away on this account.
Don't you have, like, 5 different accounts?
Yeah, I have, like, 5 different accounts. Just take this one away.
That's actually a good point. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting demoted, buddy. Yeah, you just got fired. And since you got fired, you owe me like $100,000.
Oh.
That was the NDA that you signed. Quite
How
frankly.
about nah? I'm good.
Nah. That's your argument. Nah.
Yeah, nah.
Yo, I just want debates.
I watched
Dean
Nick
Withers.
Fuentes today. That was pretty cool, I guess.
Nick Fuentes. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's pretty annoying to be honest.
Hey, have you? I saw on TikTok Candace Owens that was like interviewing. What's his name? Hunter Biden. I saw it on TikTok.
Oof.
Candace Owens interviewing Hunter Biden was not on my bucket list. Just
yeah, he's pretty annoying too. I mean, she's pretty annoying too. I'm just like worried that she's voting because she's not a feminist. So I'm worried she's voting.
Yeah. Do you think men are better leaders? No, I don't. I think on average, women are going to be better at leading. Example, presidency. But looks like we have someone in the guest box. So
you said women are better leaders?
On average, yeah.
Bullshit. That's not even true.
Yeah, why do you think men are better at leading than women? And then Jinxie, you have a little bit of background, so if whenever you're not talking,
yeah, sorry, I'm mute.
No, you're good. I just wanted to point that out. Anyways, yeah, why do you think men are better at leading than women? Take it away.
Dude, I mean, America is probably at the best it has been in a while.
Racism
because of,
is good. Bad economy is good. Racism, misogyny is good. Inequality is good. Is that all good?
None of that's everything you said wasn't true at all.
There's no racism in America. There's no inequality in America.
That's a personal thing. That's racism is personal. Equality, that's women.
There's racism within the government. There are statistics that show within like institutions, i.e., like police forces, i.e., banks, such as redlining and the veil of darkness theory. There is racism within these institutions.
I mean, okay. I know redlining 2020. But other than that, I haven't really faced anything like at all, huh?
It is systemic, yeah. But I was pointing to the redlining and the veil of darkness theory that shows us these institutions do actually have racism or yes, there is racism within these institutions. Okay, so you saying that that's not like a thing, that's just like false.
I haven't faced any systematic racism or any racism at all as a black person. So that's
gonna be like your anecdotal experience, right? Some other people have experienced horrible. People have died because of this, because of racism.
People have died.
Yes. Take a look at Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder is a popular streamer who goes around saying the N-word and slurs. He said it to a black man. That black man had PTSD. Guess what? He said, "Hey, I'm gonna have to defend myself. I have PTSD. Stop." Cheddar the Builder continued to promote like racism in front of him. Cheddar the Builder then proceeded to defend himself, and Cheddar the Builder shot that black man. In the process, grazed himself.
I was in jail, so I don't see.
Yeah, he is in jail. Yes. What's your point? The point is that just because you haven't experienced racism doesn't mean that like other people like haven't.
Bro, y'all fucking. Are you like what? Are you
Also,
Democrat?
also, it is the case that like you probably have experienced racism in terms of like the Veil of Darkness theory. Like if you ever drive, it is more likely the case that you get pulled over during the day because of your skin color compared to at night when they can't see.
Damn, you Democrats love to bring up some fucking race when people don't agree with you. Like, holy shit, I just think America's in a good spot. You guys, you're fucking black. You can't think it's good.
How is America? I'm not saying you can't think it's good. How is America in a better spot? I'm not saying what your experiences are wrong. How is America in a good spot?
Just with just protection. I feel a lot more protected. I don't know why. It's just, with the president going on, I feel a lot more protected. I'm not saying support this ICE shit at all.
How do you feel more protected?
It's just a better America than what it was when it was Biden.
But how?
And when it was Obama.
How was it better? How was it better?
Prices are fucked. But when it comes to just how do I explain it? When it comes to life in general, because it's different. Life is different with different presidents. You know that shit. Like you said, racism goes up when there's different presidents.
How is it better? How was it better? How was it better? Okay, how was life better? How? What aspect of life? People are barely surviving. The worth of the dollar is down. Inflation is skyrocketing. Okay, people are dying. Service members are dying for Israel, right? We also have GDP growth that went down in the fiscal year of 2025. The growth went down compared to 2024. Okay, you have in private investment, American manufacturing down, jobs, unemployment up, jobs down. How was life better?
Bro, can you get your fucking Democrat friends? Like, holy stir, you guys are fucking sick. Like, look at your buddy in the comments. Can you call that out real quick?
Yo.
Can I answer? Call that out.
What am I, shopping here?
Sure. I obviously disagree with like anything, any like racism in the comments section. Mods.
Like if you don't agree with these people, they start talking crazy. Like, what? Oh, you're a nigger. You can't say shit. Like, what the fuck?
I don't agree with like any like hate or anything on this live stream. Obviously, this is a community where we don't promote hate. But I think you're debating me. Have I said anything that's hateful towards you? Have I like said that you're?
No, I'm just saying. It's just the way you guys act about it. Because I'm black, I can't say certain things. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a right to love life in America and shit like that.
Sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Your comments are saying like all this crazy shit. I'm just saying, can you hold them accountable at least? Like,
yeah, I just said I disagree with that, and I don't. I condemn any racism. Did you just say a slur? I'm not saying that you can't say it, but for TikTok terms of service, they will remove your account. So I just need to clarify. Did you?
Yeah, I just said yes, a slur. Yeah.
No worries. I just have to kick you because of TikTok terms of service. They will ban your account, and then I will get a flag. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot control that. Unfortunately, I cannot control that. Just to put that out there. I cannot control that.
I don't know what that guy was talking about, to be honest.
How's it going? What do you want to talk about? Hello?
Hi, how are you doing, man?
Good. What do you want to talk about?
You don't support Trump?
I do not, no.
Why not, my friend? He's so good.
How is he good?
He's an amazing president.
How?
I was here since Ronald Reagan, and honestly, just maybe Ronald Reagan is a little bit better than Trump, but after that...
You think Ronald Reagan is a good president? Oh my God.
He was
not
good.
Ronald Reagan. No, not Reagan.
Are you for immigration? Are you for immigration?
No, not Reagan. Not me.
Are you against immigrants?
Reagan was
everything.
He is okay, I guess.
I'm asking you. Are you against immigrants?
Am I against immigrants? No.
No. Okay. So who was the last one who gave an amnesty to immigrants?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it was Reagan for Cuban immigrants.
Okay, so you're just gonna talk about the bad things, but you're not gonna talk about the good things of a president.
I never said he didn't. He didn't do any good things. I just said overwhelmingly Reagan was like harmful to the economy.
What did he do bad? What did he do bad? So I've been here since 1985.
Reaganomics was bad.
How old were you when Reagan was president? Because I don't think you were even alive.
I was like negative, like 67 years old or something.
Exactly. So you just read about it, right? But I live here since 1985.
Okay, were you alive like during the Holocaust?
I was 6, no, but I'm not gonna.
Was the Holocaust bad?
I will let the people talk about it, not me, because I wasn't there.
Was the Holocaust? Hold on. Yes or no? Yes or no? Was the Holocaust bad?
Yeah, but it was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can determine things if they are bad or good, even if we weren't alive during the time.
Okay, but tell me one thing that you can say good about Adolf Hitler. One thing, one good thing. I just gave you one thing about Ronald Reagan.
Why would I tell you like one good thing that about Hitler?
Okay,
Why would I try
so
to?
you have nothing.
What?
Okay. But I told you about Ronald Reagan. You hate him and you didn't even know him.
Do you hate Hitler?
No, I don't. But I don't think what he did was wrong either. Why
You
would
don't,
I?
wait, hold on. Do you think what he did was wrong? Yes or no?
I said he was wrong. Yeah, but he didn't have a single good thing to talk about him that I can.
I don't
recall.
think there's a single good thing about Hitler. Just to clarify.
Me neither. But I just gave you a good thing about Ronald Reagan. I just gave you another one. What about the Soviet Union? He was able to finish that war. So you're not gonna say good things about Reagan, just the bad things?
Are we talking about Reagan or Trump?
You said that Ronald Reagan was a bad president.
I said Ronald Reagan was bad because of Reaganomics. Reaganomics fucked the economy. And take a look at any statistics. The statistics have worsened since Reaganomics. I.e., thinking that like taxing or giving tax cuts to the rich and billionaires is going to pass on to the consumers, right? So when we're talking about Trump, Trump has done nothing good except for maybe 3 things that he's done good, maybe. But just because he made the vaccines faster, just because the whole AI corn thing, just those simple things do not make him a good president overall. Donald Trump is harmful.
So you remember in November 2020? No, the pandemic started in March 2020, right? Do you remember the Democrats saying that they will not vaccinate because they couldn't trust how fast he came out with the vaccine? But after
any Democrat who said that, I wouldn't trust them. They do not trust anyone who says that unless they are qualified to say that.
Okay,
and what I mean qualified? Qualified.
Biden said it. Kamala said it.
No, they didn't. Hold on. Provide me a clip where Harris said not to take the vaccine. Provide the clip.
No, she said that she wouldn't trust the president. She wouldn't trust the vaccine.
She wouldn't trust the president? Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't trust Donald Trump either.
She wouldn't trust the vaccine coming from President Trump. That's what she said.
Yeah, let me see the clip. Let me see the clip. Play the clip.
And Biden was vaccinated when?
Play the clip.
No, when was Biden vaccinated?
I have no idea when Biden was vaccinated. I don't care when he was
Biden
vaccinated.
was vaccinated when Trump was still president.
Okay, play the clip where Harris said that we shouldn't take the vaccine because it was done under Trump's term.
I don't know how to work with this crap. I'm not young like you, okay? I'm 57 years old. I'm 57 years old. I don't know how to deal with TikTok.
Sure. Now, all you got. Do you have like a?
Why don't you search it for yourself?
Sure. What do you want me to search up?
When Biden says that he will not trust Trump's
No, we're talking about Harris. You said Harris.
Harris said it too. She said that she will not trust because the vaccine was created too fast. And she was right. I didn't take the vaccine. I'm agreeing with Kamala that I wouldn't trust.
Hold on. According to PBS, Harris did not tell people to avoid taking the COVID-19 vaccine during the 2020 campaign. She explicitly stated she would get the vaccine if public health professionals recommended it. Okay, what she's saying, dealt within the administration and who he had put in place. But if public health officials, professionals recommended it, she would take it.
Why is the need of mentioning Trump?
Yeah, because I mean, for example, like if for example, like RFK Jr. And like all these people are saying, don't take this, right? We don't trust them. We have to trust healthcare professionals and public healthcare professionals who are in this said profession. RFK Jr. is someone who's did horrible things.
Oh, really? What about the director of health that you had, an overweight woman? Not even a woman. He was fucked up in his brain and he was overweight. And he was the director of health. Come on, dude. How can
Oh my god, brother. Just tell me why you support Trump. I sent you an invite. I muted you. I sent you an invite to unmute. Click accept. Tell me why you
He is
support
a good-
Trump.
I just told you he's a good president. I was making.
Why is he a good president?
Look, in 2018, okay, and this is what you guys. Well, he only did it for 3 or 4 years, and then the taxes went up again. In 2018, my tax bracket was 15%. He lowered it to 12%. Okay, I'm making $1,500 a month, a week. I'm sorry. All right, so that's 3% times 15, $45 every check that I was getting more, right? Multiplied by 52 weeks, that's a lot of money, dude. That is
Sure.
a lot of money.
Let me address what you said here real quick. So I agree that the JCPOA was somewhat beneficial to everyone, but it was mainly beneficial
Hey,
to
you know
the
what?
to the rich
You know
billionaires
what?
and hold on, can I finish? The JCPOA was mainly beneficial to the top 10% of Americans. I would give it like a C because it did reduce taxes for the average American, but not to the extent that it did rich billionaires and millionaires, right? But what we're seeing here, the one big beautiful bill, is overall harmful. And when we're referencing taxes, he's increasing taxes via the taxation of tariffs that get passed down to the consumers eventually that were deemed unconstitutional. The one big beautiful bill also brings down the worth of the dollar according to the Congressional Budget Office. They also cut $1 trillion off of Medicaid, and it is overall harmful. So when you're referencing his presidency this term, he is overall harming the economy. The worth of the dollar is down. Inflation is up. Private investment into American manufacturing is down.
Really? You're going to talk about inflation when Biden had it at 9.4?
How did Biden cause that inflation?
He had it at 9.4.
What did he
just
do
in
to cause it?
2020.
What did he do to cause it?
You're accusing Trump of increasing the inflation.
I can tell you why inflation was up under Biden and why Biden didn't cause it. Yes. So the reason why 9.1 inflation we saw under Biden was because A, the Russia-Ukraine war, and B, because of the global pandemic. We were actually the fastest G7 country to recover from inflation. The difference is we're seeing a 3.3% inflation under Trump. He caused this via the war with Iran. He caused the war with Iran, which caused inflation to skyrocket. Joe Biden did not cause the war in Russia and Ukraine and did not cause a global pandemic. The difference is Biden caused the Russian-Ukraine war?
Yeah, when he said that it probably was a good idea for Ukraine to be in the United Nations. He didn't say that?
No, he didn't say that.
Oh, yeah, he said it's probably a good idea, better than Trump.
Sure.
Nobody else.
Let me just briefly say that. So the reason for the actual war in Russia and Ukraine was not because of quote unquote Harris or Joe Biden saying that NATO should be in or Ukraine should be in NATO. We all know that Ukraine was never going to join NATO. We all know that. Russia knew that. America knew that. Ukraine knew that. They were never going to join NATO.
Why say it then?
Yeah, because I think Ukraine should have joined NATO prior to the war. I think.
Okay, so
yes.
why say it?
Yes. I think Joe Biden and Harris should have had Ukraine enter NATO, so that that would have prevented the war. Because an attack on one is an attack on all. Meaning, if Russia attacked Ukraine, they would have been attacking us. Meaning, we would have gone to war with Russia, and Russia does not want to go to war with us. So I think that is the reason why we should have had Ukraine be in NATO. But it was never going to be in NATO. They were never going to enter NATO. So that was not a reason for the war.
If you were Russian, you would like to have a country like Ukraine that hates your people entering NATO, because now whenever he attacks Russia, everybody has to fight Russia, right?
Whenever Ukraine attacks Russia,
if he was in NATO, yeah. If Ukraine goes to NATO and they decide to attack Russia, yeah, they will do it.
Example here, the war with Iran. We're attacking Iran, and they haven't invoked Article 5 yet. So it depends. It really depends. Really depends on everything. But no, just because they attack Russia, they wouldn't have not attacked Russia. But just because they do attack Russia does not mean Article 5 would be invoked. So that's just like misinformation.
You see, the logic that you guys use is you accuse him of listen, you accuse him for years of racism. 47%.
He depicted he depicted the Obamas as monkeys and apes. He didn't rent to black people in the 1970s. Guess what? In the 1970s, people of color had a C when he was like renting, and they put a C, and they did not approve people of color, right? And then he settled this. He also called for the birthment of He also started the birthment of Barack Obama, saying that Barack Obama was born in Africa, and therefore he could not be the U.S. president.
Do you have any kids?
Do I have kids? No.
Okay, if you have kids, will you send them to black schools, or that will be a wild jungle for you?
What?
If you have kids, would you be okay sending them to black schools, or that will be a wild jungle?
I don't know why you're referring to it as a wild jungle.
Because that's what Biden said. That's what Biden said about black people. Oh, you didn't know that, right?
Did I ever say that Biden was? Did I ever make the
claim? When he said black people, you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Let me ask you a question.
When he said that Mitt Romney was gonna put him back in chains, that was racist.
Let me ask you a question. Did I ever make the claim that Biden has never been racist? Did I say that?
Oh,
No,
but you
I
are
didn't.
okay because
Cool.
he apologized.
I'm not okay with racism. The difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, Joe Biden has actually acknowledged the racism, right? Joe Biden has actually acknowledged what he did was wrong and has to actually apologize. On the contrary, Donald Trump has never apologized. The most recent racism, as of a couple months ago, he depicted the Obamas as apes and monkeys. Okay, when was the last time Joe Biden was racist? I'm not excusing Joe Biden being racist. Joe Biden being racist is wrong. Under your worldview, Joe Biden was racist, and it's wrong. And Donald Trump is racist, and that's wrong. But what you're doing here is called Bidenism. It's when you refer to anyone else but Donald Trump, you refer to Biden, Obama, Bill Clinton, Ronald Reagan in this instance, and you talk about anyone but Donald Trump, so you don't take accountability for the president you support.
What ethnicity are you?
Within this, I'm Hispanic.
You're Hispanic. Mexican?
Yeah.
I'm Guatemalan. Are you Mexican? Are you descendant of Mexicans?
My mom's from Central America. My father's from Mexico. Yeah.
Okay. So you think the black people cannot be racist?
Yes.
You think only white people can be racist?
Who made that claim?
Okay.
I'm saying white people can't experience racism.
Obama, let me tell you this. Obama was deporting about 1,175 people a day. Do you know how many were Mexicans? 985 were Mexicans.
What's your source?
From Mexico.
Sure.
So
I had this debate earlier with the other guests. Let's grant you this.
So
Obama.
Mexicans?
What?
He didn't hate Mexicans?
No.
Because he was targeting mainly Mexicans.
Yeah. No, he wasn't. A and B. Chat, I know I asked for a source. He's not going to be provided. Obviously, he isn't capable of doing so. Mainly because he doesn't know how, which is fine. So let's just get what I say is true. I'll still be able to disprove this argument very, very quickly. Let's say I grant you what you said is true. The statistics you said is true. Sorry, I'm speaking too fast. I'm stumbling over my words. Obama deported more violent criminals. Obama focused after going violent criminals. According to ICE, which is cited by the Cato Institute cites ICE. Only 5 to 7% of those detainees in the fiscal year of 2025 have been violent criminals compared to Obama, right? So obviously Donald Trump is deporting less violent criminals, and Donald Trump is deporting more innocent people. Also, under Donald Trump, racial profiling has been allowed per the Supreme Court. That is a difference. Donald Trump is going after people of color. Obama was not.
What is the percentage of Hispanics illegals in this country?
No idea.
Are the Chinese or the Hispanics coming more illegal than anybody else?
I think there's going to be more Hispanics, yeah.
Exactly. So I don't have a problem if I'm pulled over by the immigration and ask me for papers. They're doing their job.
Just because your skin color?
It doesn't matter. It's most illegals are coming from Latin America.
No, that's not okay. That's called profiling. Profiling is... Why do you think profiling is okay?
You just accept it. You just agree with me. The most illegals are coming from Latin America. So why are they going to searching for Polish people?
Because not every undocumented immigrant is a person of color.
That's another lie. When you say undocumented, you're lying to yourself. You know they are illegals.
Illegal immigrants.
Exactly, illegals. I'm glad that you agree
call them
with
illegal
that
immigrants, not illegals. All right, let's make it into
illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants. However,
I will refer them as undocumented immigrants. You refer to them as illegal immigrants. That's perfect. Freedom of speech.
Undocumented is if you went out and you don't have your driver license with you. That's undocumented. Now that they changed.
Why are they illegal immigrants?
Because they cross the border illegal.
Meaning they don't have documentations, right?
No, they don't
So
have
illegal-
anything to do.
Yeah, they don't have they don't have documentations, right?
They do have documents. They have documents of their
Illegal
country.
immigrants have documents
They bring their documents from their country. Some
from
of
their
them.
country.
Yeah, some of them do.
I mean, from our country.
Yeah, they do. They just don't show.
Undocumented. Wait, hold on.
It's
Illegal
like-
immigrants have documents from America. Since
if
when?
if you come like an asylum seeker, right? You
legal.
follow me. Okay, that's
legal. Not
Okay,
illegal.
but-
We're talking about illegal immigrants.
Okay, no, let me go over there. You come and cross the border and you seek for asylum. They give you a paper. You're legal, right? You are legal. What is the first thing that you have to prove in court to be an asylum seeker? That your life is in fear, right? That you fear for your life, right? Not that you are poor, not that you don't have money to put food on the table. You have to prove
There's many reasons for asylum.
without a doubt that your life is in fear in the country you're living, right?
Sure.
If you cannot,
That's one of the reasons, yeah.
if you cannot prove it, your case is denied. Now you become an illegal because you
Meaning
have
they don't have
60 days
documents. So either way, illegal immigrants don't have
You
documents,
have
meaning
60 days
that
to
they're
leave the country,
undocumented.
right? You have 60 days to leave the country if your case is denied. How many do you think they actually live?
That's not what I'm arguing. I'm just
so they
determining
become
whether or not
illegals,
they're
right?
undocumented.
They become illegals.
When you refer to illegal immigrants, we're referring to undocumented immigrants. First off, second off, when we're referencing to asylum seeking is going to be legal. You can make the claim that, well, for whatever reason people go seek asylum, whatever. I can agree to that. There's many reasons why people seek asylum, right? And then when they don't get their case accepted, and they stay within the country and not legally allowed to be here. Why are they not legally allowed to be here? Because they don't have any documentation. They don't have any reason to be here. Right? That means that they're undocumented. I'm not debating on the asylum seeking process. I'm debating on why you use the word illegal immigrants when you can just refer to them as what they are, which is undocumented immigrants, because they are immigrants who are undocumented.
If you fly with a visa and you overstay your visa, you become illegal.
But yes,
It's
and
the same-
yes, undocumented, yes.
It's the same thing with asylum
But
seekers.
they're still undocumented because guess what? Visas are legal and asylum seeking is legal. But can you address what I said? Donald Trump has deported less violent criminals, and then you said profiling is okay. Why is profiling okay?
So you're telling me Trump deported almost 500,000 people in the first 4 years, and he has deported, I think, like 300 in the last year and a half. Okay. You're telling me that he deported less than 1 million people, and all of them, they were good people, but Obama deported...
In the fiscal year, you're misinterpreting what I said. In the fiscal year of 2025, only 5 to 7% of those detainees were violent criminals. Only 5 to 7% in the fiscal year of 2025.
Wait, Jeremiah,
But you're
I
telling
have
me,
a question.
you're telling me that Obama deported... I'm not talking about the ones that he
Hold
took
on,
away
Texas.
from...
Hold on. Give me one Texas. Jinxie, what's up?
Yeah. Oh, can I get like a source on that? And like, can you show me? Because I've seen like sources from like DHS saying 30% of illegal.
It's gonna be Cato. It's gonna be Cato. Cato Institute.
Okay.
5% of people detained by ICE have violent convictions. 73% no convictions. That's the title. And it's gonna cite the graph. And that graph is sourced by ICE. Yeah. I
Oh,
got you.
okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make
Appreciate.
sure.
No, you're good. Appreciate for that question. Anyways, yeah, back to you. Yes, Donald Trump has deported less violent criminals compared to Biden and Obama, meaning that that is less preferable.
What do you call criminal convictions?
What do I call? No, we're talking about violent crime. Violent criminals.
What about DUI? It's not a crime?
DUI, yeah, this is a crime.
Okay, so if you are an illegal immigrant and you are pulled over by a police and you are on DUI, if I have my kid with me, you know what's gonna happen with my kid? If my kid is like 5 years old, they're gonna get him away from
What
me
does this have to do with what I said?
because DUIs are criminal.
Stats? Are you saying my stats are wrong though? Only 5 to 7% of them
Because
have been violent criminals.
You're not counting the violence with the wives, the kids. You're not counting the DUIs.
That's violent crime. Yes. Hold on.
You're not counting selling drugs. You're not counting
Yeah,
buying
that's violent.
drugs.
That's violent crimes. Abuse, violent crimes. Let me ask you a question. How many undocumented immigrants get DUIs? How many? What percentage?
I don't know. I don't have that information.
So then, why are you bringing that up?
Do you? Because the government has all the records of you and me and everybody else. But you're not counting the DUIs. You're not counting The violence at home, you're not counting buying drugs, you're not buying...
Violent
you're not
crime is
counting-
including violent.
No, you're not counting those. You're just counting
violent and death.
or stealing.
Hold on. No, what Cato is citing, violent crime. Okay, we can look at what they refer to as violent crime. Let me actually get you a source. They don't actually have any statistic on how many undocumented immigrants get DUIs. Wow.
Of course not.
I'm assuming it's gonna be because it's less.
If you go to a quinceañera, how many people drink over there? Can you be honest?
What does that
They
have
don't have
anything to do?
education
People can
paper.
drink.
They drink and drive. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
What
If I
percentage
go
of
to
them
a
do though? That's the
Guatemala
question.
party-
Well, hold on.
if I go
What
to a
percentage of
Guatemala
them do?
party-
That's the question I have. What percentage of them do?
My friend, when you go to a party,
Answer the question.
90% of people are drinking, and you know that.
90% of undocumented immigrants are drinking and driving.
Yes. If
What's
they
your
own
source
a
for that?
car, yeah.
What is
If
your
they
source
own
for
a
that?
car, they're
What is
gonna
your
drive.
source? What is your source for that?
I just asked you, have you been in Hispanics party?
Yes.
All of your friends and all of your families are legal, or some of them are illegal?
I'm not going to disclose that.
Okay, but some of them are, right? I will
Not
assume
disclosing
because
that,
I have some, yeah, but I have some too that are illegal friends, and they drink and drive. We just try to be blind to reality, my friend. That's all. We just.
This guest, why would you say A, that your friends are here illegally? And then why would
Because
you
I
say
know
that
them.
those friends
Because I know
are
them,
drinking
my
and
friend.
driving? Why would you admit
Because
to
I
that?
know them. Because I know them. Because I'm not gonna be blind.
That's your anecdotal experiences. Statistics don't account for your anecdotal experiences. Your friends could be part of the 5 to 7% that are violent, okay? And they should be held accountable. Anyone who drinks and drives should be held accountable. Anyone who violates the law should be held accountable. But according to ICE, according to Cato that cites ICE, only 5 to 7% of those detainees in the fiscal year of 2025 have been violent criminals. Okay, and you cannot disprove that.
All I'm telling you is, if they count DUIs.
Do you care about law and order?
Yeah.
Okay, do you care about the Constitution?
Of course I do.
Would you ever
That's
support?
why-
Would you ever support Trump if he violated the Constitution?
If he tries to run for president again, I will not vote for him.
No. If he violated the Constitution, would you still support him?
I
You knew
don't
this
know.
without you knew this beyond a reasonable doubt. If he violated the Constitution,
What Constitution did he violate?
yeah, well, the Constitution. I'm just asking you if you knew he did. Like for example, if he violated the elections clause, would you support him?
The elections what?
The elections clause within the Constitution, would you support him?
After 2020, anything is possible, my friend. When they swing the,
So you
when
would
they
support
switch
him
the
if he
numbers
violates the Constitution, then,
at
right?
3 a.m., when they switch the numbers at 3 a.m. in 2020, I believe everything. I believe
Do you think the
anything is
2020
possible.
election was stolen?
Yes. I'm not gonna lie about it. I saw this.
66 different courts determined that there was no evidence that led anyone to believe that the 2020 election was stolen, bro. Get out of my live stream. As y'all can see, I'm munching because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day.
Oof. Yeah, you should probably eat. You should like let me take over. You know what I'm saying? Totally.
I've been on for an hour and a half. Thank you for kicking him, of course. We're gonna do one more debate, then I'll take a break and eat. Sorry, y'all. We're gonna do one more debate, and then I'll thank you for the corgi. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. W's in the YouTube chat and the TikTok chat. How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
Good. How are you, man? I'd like to talk about my support for Trump, but before I begin, how's your day?
Yeah, try not to laugh, buddy.
Okay. So this is why I support Trump, because Trump is the best chance to world peace. Number one, Trump. Let me just state my political position. I am anti-imperialist and anti-American hegemony. So right now, the best chance of weakening the American hegemony is Trump. And
are you an accelerationist?
No, I'm not. But I'd like to support about what I said. So the death toll of the USA's economic sanction Like for the last like 2 decades.
It's a troll. Moving on to the next test.
Wait, what was wrong with that guy?
Troll. And I knew he was a troll. That's
Oh.
why I said try not to laugh. I've seen him troll before. Democrats suck. Democrats suck in general. See if you're still in here.
For real?
It was in his bio now. I just have to get off and get food right now. I'm starving. Wow. I cannot think on an empty stomach. I'm fucking starving. I don't know why. Whenever I don't eat, I like slur my words because I talk too fast. My bad. Anyways, y'all, I think that's it for now. I will be back for another 3 hours later tonight. I will be back in like an hour probably. So I'll see you guys then. Make sure to hit that follow button if you are not already. Follow Jinxie as well. Follow my backpack. If you're ever on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe.
Say isn't the correct way because I go based off of the facts. You don't tell me what kind of one to have. I want to have a bad one. It's my fucking party. And I'll cry if I want to. It's okay, Zach. This is how I know that you don't have irrefutable facts, is because if you did, you would have brought them up. You would have dunked on me. You would have shown the whole internet and all the fucking homosexuals. I'm gatekeeping uncivilized conversations at this point. Yeah. Yeah, everybody, be sure to cry because Zach left the conversation that he wasn't even fucking actively participating in correctly so that we could do this. By the way, Zach, you sent me a message the other way, and it was a big long message, and you said, "Oh, I'm sorry for your shit and everything." And you was acting real cordial up in my DMs. But now you're not. Now you're gonna run your mouth and shit, which is kind of funny because I can read back that DM. Zach, I can read the DMs. Come on, girls, let's go. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'll get back to the computer. Zach, you can come up at any point, bud. Okay, I am back. Christina, welcome in. Check it. Check it. We rock in the Santa Fe. Oh, who is this? What's up, Megan?
How did I end up here?
I don't know.
I definitely didn't send a guest request because my phone is plugged in. So people might be getting random invites up here with you.
Yeah, I don't I don't know what happened because literally I was standing up and shit. Like I wasn't touching
I'm very
nothing.
confused. I only accepted it to let you know that this was weird.
Maybe the ops will start getting them too. I mean, I know the mods send them out, but maybe the ops will start to accept them and shit. You know?
Maybe. Anyway, I apparently am getting yelled at by your worst, most lamest mod to check my messages because the world revolves around him.
It does. It does. It revolves around Dan.
I better go do that. Anyway.
All right. Appreciate you.
Talk to you later. I'll be tapping.
That sounds really funny too when we say it like that. I'll be tapping. Anyways, yeah, Christina, I even got the bracelet. It's probably not gonna hold on. So I've been decked out in it all day, all fucking day, and we talked about it this morning as well. This is our second live, but we talked about it. We've explained everything over and over, and then we just heard about the fucking mosque in San Diego as well. So now May 18th is going to have 2 mass shootings for that day. Yeah. Okay. Fuck. All right. Opposition. Request up. Let's have this conversation. Because this conversation needs to happen. Let me see here. I don't want to have to do a reset. All right. IPS, how old are you? Where you from?
Over 40, Virginia. I've been up here before. Not, but figured we had a good conversation before. So I wanted to mention a PMID that I went through and did some research after talking to you. PMID 3184.
Hold on.
6474.
Hold on. Start that again. What's the number?
PMID 3184.
3184.
6474.
6474. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Social determinants of health in relation to firearms?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Let's see here. All right.
So, going through this study, one of the things that was recognized is a social determinant recognizing institutional trust and the amount of social welfare spending decreased the PP violence by 24% for each damn it, what was the word they used? Basically, for every $10,000 that was spent in social welfare programs within the areas, it was a demarcation level for recognizing that reduction of 24%.
Okay.
So one of the things that I think that if we actually do want to focus on...
Hold on. I'm seeing 17% here. One standard deviation increase in institutional social capital was linked to a 19% reduction in the homicide rate and a 17% decrease in the number of firearm homicide incidents. Upward social mobility was related to a 25% reduction in the gun homicide rate and a 24% decrease in the number of homicide incidents. Meanwhile, 1SD increases in the neighborhood percentages of residents in poverty and males living alone were associated with 26 to 27% and 12% higher homicide rates, respectively. Study limitations include possible residual confounding by factors at the individual household level and lack of disaggregation of gun homicide data by gender and race ethnicity.
Right. So the point that I was bringing up with bringing up this study specifically is recognizing that if we increase the ability for upward mobility, if we increase the institutional trust for individuals, for their local governance at least, if we increase the social spending in programs that help to keep people fed, to keep roofs over people's heads, you know, that social stability that we could actually have a good impact on the violence problem. When we're looking at, between that 17 to 24% reduction, if we spend 10,000, it reduces it by 17 to 24. Spend 20,000, it reduces it by another standard deviation. So, I think that recognizing the major impact that has, we could actually affect.
Well, that wouldn't be a major. That wouldn't be a major, right? That 25% wouldn't even still technically be considered a major, like a majority or anything. But I will say that I don't disagree. Yeah, more socialism? Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't disagree with that at all.
I would consider 1 in 4 to be major.
Okay.
Just in my personal opinion there. Okay. I would consider 1 in 4 to be a major reduction.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not an op. I was just bringing up information, hopefully getting an op up here.
No, yeah, I got you. Yeah, no, so like I agree that we need to help reduce that poverty line. I agree that we need better healthcare funding and everything like that. The reason that we talk the guns, though, is because that's what, to have gun violence, you have to have the gun, right? So that's why, so yes, this might help in some situations, but it isn't going to help in all situations. So, like I said, I don't disagree that we need to fund our communities better.
The funding also for self-unaliving lines, etc. I know that a lot of that funding got cut with the current administration, but if we could get that back, at least on a state level, so that the administration can't get their hands on it. I
don't like that. I don't like that either, though, because at that point, like this whole states' right, like shit doesn't fly with me, just for the simple fact that Texas doesn't give a fuck about mental health. In fact, Greg Abbott, right before Uvalde, took $211 million worth of funding and sent it to the border. He took it from our mental health services. We don't give a fuck about mental health here in Texas. So I don't think that my children should have less access to mental health just because we live in a different state than somebody that has better access to it. It should be accessible across the board.
Oh, I agree. I think that this should be federally mandated. I think that Congress needs to put their foot down and stop the bullshit that's going on right now with the earmarked funds being redistributed to things that are not what they're earmarked for.
Like ballrooms? You don't think we need that big ballroom to stop fucking shootings? No. I'm fucking with you, dude. I got you. I'm fucking.
No,
with
I
you.
understood that.
Yeah,
I understood that. I look at it from the standpoint, if we can spend over $1 million a day, or I'm sorry, over $1 billion a day in dropping munitions halfway around the world, we could have spent that in the United States, and they've already figured that $6 billion would house and feed every homeless person in the United States.
You want to hear something crazy? Not just that. Fuck that. I don't even care about that. This ballroom, right, is going to cost $400 million, right? Or that's this newest one, right? They want $400 million. How many people are there in the U.S.?
350 million, approximately.
So with that, yeah. So, isn't that crazy that they want literally $1 from fucking all of us and then some for a shitty ballroom?
Gold lined with statues of him all around it. Yeah.
It's fucking wild to me. Sorry, I'm doing something. Real
You know,
quick.
and add another $13 million for his personal pool boy to paint the reflecting pool. You know, I look at it from the standpoint of we couldn't spend $800 million on Medicare to make sure that children had medical access, but we can spend $400 million on a ballroom.
Yep. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Sorry,
You know,
I was looking up something. My bad, dude.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Sorry, ADHD brain.
Yeah, I get it. What do you think about this proposal about making every round have a serial number on it?
That's cool, but how are they going to track? How are they going to track who gets what bullet?
And how are they going to stop recasings?
Yeah. But my thing is like I'm all for that. Yeah, absolutely. But we have to put other things in place. Like, okay, so I go to Walmart and buy some rounds for my weapon, and they have, you know, serial number 1100 to 1200 in there. How the fuck do we know who has what? We'd have to start with some sort of registry for that. And everyone would have to be accounted for, which I'm for a registry, absolutely. But once again, who like you said, somebody pitched this. Like who's authoring this?
You know, I don't remember. I just remember reading about it probably a month and a half to 2 months ago. There was something about putting a serial number on every round.
In Illinois. Oh, and that's just for handgun ammunition. So it's not even for everything.
Which I don't even understand how the logistics on that would work, because even if you're putting it on the round, yeah, okay, you put it on the casing because you're not.
Yeah, fragmentation, all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think it's necessarily bad. I think that we have to have other systems set up in place for it to work, unfortunately.
Right. And at this point, the fact that there's, 3 to every one person?
Last I checked that there was
number.
1.25. The last I checked.
So
yeah,
you're not going to be able to round all of those up. You're not going to be able to take them all away. And I know there's some people who are like, well, take them away from this demographic and take them away from that. No, I recognize that 9 of the top 10 areas that have the highest are rural Texas. I recognize that I live in the 14th most violent area, and I'm in a rural area. So yeah, it's the fingers are constantly being pointed away.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. People want to do that, and the people that say let's take them away from certain different demographics, they're just not man enough to stand on their racism, because that's what they're trying to do. But they've never been able to back up anything what they're saying. I've had people agree that okay. When I play along with their shit, so we should remove firearms from the most violent demographic, and they're like, yeah, absolutely. So I'm like, okay, then men, because men do 98.2% of all gun violence. So then why don't we do that then? But I don't advocate for that. I advocate for just, hey, let's make it difficult. Let's make it difficult. I don't care if somebody's inconvenient. If it's saving lives, who gives a flying fuck? I don't care how inconvenient someone is because, oh, well, I don't get to go and do this on a Tuesday. Who gives a fuck? My son didn't get to come home Tuesday.
Yeah. And I saw that asshole that you had up here. That, yeah. I wanted to come up and rip into him, but I figured you had it handled.
It happens. It happens a lot, man. They can't hurt my feelings any more than I've already hurt my own. You know? Like, I mean, days after my son was murdered, I got emails saying that, or not emails, but DMs on different social media platforms, even before I was big on social media or whatever you want to call it, saying that my son deserved it and everything like that. So I've been having to deal with this since day one. You would not believe some of the messages that we get. Even the people, not just saying me, right? The guy that actively speaks out and shit like that, but even parents that don't. They actively get hate mail and shit like that, saying that their kids deserve it. We get doxxed. We get fucking swatted. I've been, all of these things, and literally, we just want our babies back.
No, I definitely do get it, and I do understand because. Yeah, some of the messages I get too. I've been an advocate for the LGBT community for 40 years. So,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I definitely understand.
Hell yeah. Well, props to you.
I came out as trans in the 80s, and it's been a fight since, and I don't just do it for me. I do it for everybody. And I look at it as a standpoint of until everybody has rights, nobody does.
Absolutely. No freedom till we're equal. I 100% agree.
Yeah, even no matter what rights I have until everybody has the same rights, we're not free.
Yep. Absolutely. And with fucking the civil rights shit just being fucking completely dismantled this past week. I didn't figure in 2026 would be moving backwards.
Yeah. It's interesting seeing the correlation between what's happening today and what we lived through in the 80s. It's interesting reliving a lot of the exact same arguments, the exact same racism, the exact same bigotry that we had moved in strides that was making things better. It never got good, but it was getting better.
Mm-hmm.
It was being addressed.
Yep.
We got governors who made commissions to look at the Jim Crow laws and root out Jim Crow laws that were on the books and being enforced. And now, one asshole.
I understand 110%. Especially for the shit, like, and that's the thing too. People don't understand like a lot of the intersectionality between the gun violence and the different minority groups that have still had to fight to just say, hey, we're fucking human, So yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, and they want to come up here and they want to go at you because of your nails. You know what? CEOs from major companies have manicures and the people that they bow and kowtow to.
Not just that, but their favorite musicians. Like Ozzy Osbourne's nails were fucking painted, and these motherfuckers would be like, "Yeah, Black Sabbath," and then come up here and slur at me, and I'm like, "Dude, you're stupid."
Yeah, no, it takes somebody who is confident in themselves to be able to do that, and that's what they fear is your confidence.
Absolutely.
You know, and the fact that you're taking your own personal tragedy and turning it into something that is better for generations to come. You know, they'd rather see you downtrodden than actually doing what you do to help fight for their own children.
hmm And the fucked up part, though, is it's not even just the people that we're talking about. It's even some people that are amongst us. When I tell you a lot of these GVP groups ain't what they talk about. They ain't what they say that they are and shit like that. That's why I only talk about a certain few of them, the ones that really help and aren't trying to make a buck out of this. Because, dude, everybody got fucking paid off of my son's murder. The NRA got paid. The fucking gun manufacturers got paid. Politicians got paid. Gun violence organizations got paid. Made millions off of us. And we ain't see shit. And in fact, every single fucking dollar that we make, it goes right back into activism. Right back into fighting, to going to the capitals, to, you know, all of this shit, to be able to fucking eat so that I can continue, you know? So, yeah, not everybody on our side is who they say they are either.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of these charity groups. The supposed advocacy groups that when you start digging into their financials, you start finding like Red Cross. The director of Red Cross was taking home $638 million a year. And less than 10% of their actual donations were going towards any of the proceeds for helping people.
Yep.
You know, so it's good that you do what you do, because it's always better for the grassroots to do the work than these big corporate
Yep.
scam artists.
Yeah, that's why, like, I love Change the Ref. Change the Ref does awesome work. That's Manny and Patricia Oliver, who lost their son Joaquin in Parkland. Their organization, fucking amazing. You have Survivors Empowered, great organization started by Sandy and Lonnie Phillips, who lost their daughter Jessie in the Aurora shooting. You know, I personally, and this isn't for everyone, but I personally prefer the ones that are ran by the people that experience this, not the people that are decent at marketing.
Yeah, exactly. And it goes a whole lot further in having the families of the victims actually speaking up versus some rando who doesn't have skin in the game.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to do a reset, though.
All right.
But I
was hoping that I was
scared.
hoping an op would jump on. You know, I was hoping I could bait an op up here for you.
Well, I figured, and here's the thing: as soon as you said that you were a trans individual, I for certain thought somebody was going to come up here and everything so that they could get dog walked too. But like now they're just terrified of everything. Like I was like, I knew what you was doing. I saw the little bait and switch. I seen it. I know. I see game, you know. I saw what was happening, but they're too scared because they know that they can get, you know, that they'll lose every single conversation as soon as we say, prove it. Because the data is always on our side.
Yep. Yeah, so you saw exactly what I was doing.
Oh yeah, 110%. I was right. I was waiting for it. I was ready. But yeah, I think we're just on a shitty algo right now. So I think we're just gonna have to do a quick reset. Hopefully. Well, Craig, can you come up here? Maybe we can get somebody in before the reset. I don't ever trust anybody that goes by 3 first names either. That's just
3 names.
Yeah,
It's always 3 names.
3 names. That or like in the Land of the Lost, never trust a man in a tunic. I don't know why. These are just words that I live by. Never trust 3 name or 3 names, and never trust a man in a tunic. But it looks like they're not coming up. So, yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and reset. But I do appreciate you coming up here and bring it and pulling that up. I always love more research and everything, and I know what you were doing too. Like we don't disagree on that at all. You know, but more study for everything involved is absolutely amazing. So.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, Brett, because you're out here doing the work. This isn't,